A site that's known for celebrating history celebrated its own recently as the Port Colborne Historical and Marine Museum celebrated 50 years with a retro-inspired picnic on the museum grounds.
This milestone is worth celebrating because it's the community's milestone. It's not ours. This is a community-based museum. All of our board members, our volunteers that have helped us over the past 50 years, they were the ones that started it. So this isn't as much of our celebration as it is this town celebration.
It comes back to being a community museum. So not only are our board of directors volunteers from the community, but all of the Arabella's Tea Room ladies that volunteer, run the Edwardian Tea Room, all volunteer. And every event that we have here brings out people generation after generation. I think that when you think about the culture of Port Colborne, that's what you find at the Port Colborne Historical Marine Museum.
Virginia Anger started her long association with the museum as a volunteer in the tea room before being hired as a receptionist and eventually leading the museum as its curator from 1998 to 2008. She explains how it all began.
The land was here from Arabella Williams, who donated it way back in 1889. Well, 1889, I guess, is when the building was built, and I forget when she died, 1950 something. But anyway, she donated her land, her house, to the city. And luckily there were board members who took on the job of upkeeping the museum, making it a museum, and Jim Walter and Pat McDonald and all the original fellows who started the museum, and Mayor Saraceno even was one that really worked hard with the board members to get it started. But they had to get the house fixed up so that it was the first thing, the house and the carriage house, and that was the first, yeah.
Do you think there were some key decisions that you got right early on that led to this 50-year success story?
Ooh, there's a good question. I think it was the dedication of the board members being so dedicated to wanting it to be a museum for Port Colborne. I think also the location on the Welland Canal helped, because we can interpret the south end of the Welland Canal. We can interpret the lake, so we can be a marine museum. And a historic museum because we have the historic house, and then because we had land we could grow.
Port Colborne's signature event, Canal Days, was launched on these grounds before its popularity saw it expand across the city. As former Mayor Bob Saraceno explains, the residents of Port Colborne are directly responsible for the museum's success.
Well, the residents have been overwhelmingly involved. They have allied themselves into helping in the museum, in the tea room there. They help serve tea and coffee and what have you. So it's been one of the landmarks of the city here. And I just say when I come here today, I know age is catching up with me, but seeing so many people that were involved to make this a success, what can you say but nothing but happiness for Port Colborne. I mean, this museum here is second to none in the entire region. And that is the truth.
50 years after opening its doors, those that are directly involved are proud of the museum's past and confident about its future.
I think there's great potential here, a lot more opportunities for expansion, and so much education, I think it's just excellent. So all the programs, and they're increasing every year too here.
Anniversary celebrations will continue with a community-curated exhibit that will launch later this year. And don't forget to visit the museum when you take in Canal Days on August 1st through 4th. In Niagara, you're watching The Source on your TV.